Week 1, they're going to be away. They're going to go to LA. So that'll be a tough game, but also a new team for them. Brian, what do you see them doing in LA?
I definitely see a tough loss coming for the Seattle Bulls.
Keep going.
And this is why I see a tough loss coming from them. I think that they will possibly lose because they did lose a lot of star power. They are away in LA, one of the toughest places to play. And I think that this team in the Devils will come out ready, especially in Week 1. And I think that they have a lot to prove, especially guys like Eddie Laxton and Ryan Falkman. They have a veteran guy like Thomas Boat, and now they have a second-year player in Brian Avanzado, Rookie of the Year last year. And I think that they have a lot of potential to win, and I think that they hand the Bulls their first ever loss.
All right, I like what you're saying there. I do agree it'll be a tough game. Definitely be battled out. You know, it will be first time the Bulls play Brian Avanzado with him being on that new team now. I do think it'll be a battle, but I'm going to give the edge to the Bulls here. I'm going to give them the win there.
All right, respectable.
I think it'll be a close one, though. I could see it going either way. And I do think the Devils can catch them later on in the season. So, now going into Week 2, the Bulls host the Tampa Bay Seawolves, their biggest rival, and we know the Seawolves have gone much better. They've improved. What do you see happening here, Jeff?
You know, I definitely do see a win for the Bulls. And one thing that I want to point out is, you said their biggest rival. I think that they're big rivals because of the two back-to-back championship matchups. But here's my prediction. I do think that their rivalry will change this year, and that the Seawolves will build up a big rivalry with the Titans, and that we will see a lot of conference rivalries. And I think that the Devs will build up a humongous rivalry with this Bulls team.
Yeah, I do agree there. I do think the Bulls will pick up the win, and as well with the whole rivalry thing. I do think the tension will still be there with the Seawolves now that they're going to be a lot more competitive. But I do think they're going to build up a rivalry with the Devils, as well. Because, you know, that's a conference team. It's just like football and all that, how division rivalries, all that. And I do agree as well with the Titans and the Seawolves. I do think the conferences could have some rivalries there. But to sum it up, I do have the Bulls taking that over the Seawolves as well. So,
all right,
now they're going to go into Week 3. They're going to be home hosting the New England Titans. What do you see here?
I actually do see a big win for this Bulls team.
All right. Would you like to continue on that, or?
There's not much to say. It's a pretty dry topic when you're talking about the Titans.
All right, yeah. I mean, I do think that's a good matchup for the Bulls. I think they'll be all right in that one. It shouldn't be too close, but I do think they could pull that one out as well. So, I have them 3-0 right now. You have them 2-1, correct?
Yeah, Week 4 we're moving into.
Okay. So, yeah. Week 4, they play home against the Devils. So, you said you give the Bulls the win there?
Yeah, I definitely do give the Bulls a win there, and hear me out here. I think that this season series is going to go 2 apiece. And here's why. I think that this team, both of these teams are very scrappy and very good and want the will to win. Now, I think that the home team is going to take it every time because they're going to have the energy on their side. They're going to have home field advantage, and I think every time it is going to come down to the bottom of the inning, and it is going to be a walk-off win for either team.
Yeah, I like what you're saying there. I could definitely agree with you. I think there'll be a close matchup. It should be good games every time they play. But I will give the Bulls the win there. I think they can pull it out against a good team in the Devils. I think it'll be a close game, though. But, yeah, I will give the Bulls the win there. So, now going into Week 5, they go down to Tampa Bay. This could be a tough game. What do you see happening here?
I see a win. I actually do see a blowout win here, and here's why. I think that the Bulls will play better in an environment like Tampa Bay due to the warm weather conditions down in Tampa, and also the energy level that the Tampa Bay fans bring, but also the energy of being a city like Tampa. Tampa's a great city. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's off the tip of my tongue. It's very,
energetic?
And it's a great city to be around, and it has great energy there.
Yeah, I definitely do like some of the points you brought up there. So they're going to be in Tampa. They know how to play this team. And I do think, though, with the new and improved Seawolves roster, I think going down to Tampa, I think the Seawolves can give the Bulls the first L of their season here. And I do think the Seawolves can surprise them here and get a win. So.
Yeah, I definitely respect that.
All right. So now they're going to go into Week 6. It looks like they're in a little bit of a next game as well. They're going to be away in L.A. But Week 6 here, they're going to be in New England playing the Titans. What do you see happening here?
I see a big win for them, blow out of the water. Titans, like I said, it's a dry topic. It's a tough topic to talk about, especially when you're comparing them to the Seattle Bulls.
Yeah, I like the points you bring up there. Even in New England, I don't think the Titans are deep enough to pick up a win against the Bulls, especially in mid-season while the Bulls are probably still fighting for a higher seed. I don't think the Titans will be able to catch them off guard there, and I think the Bulls will win that.
And the energy level is so much different when there's no fans in a stadium, especially in a market like New England. Because of the market, the fans are so passionate for their Boston teams that I think that with no fans, Bulls definitely take it.
Yeah, I agree. I think the fans are a huge part of Boston sports. They have wonderful fans down there. We know all their teams are usually pretty successful as well. So, yeah, but I don't think no fans there isn't going to help either. I think the Bulls will win that one. So now, going into Week 7, they're going to go down to L.A., their conference team. Going to go down to L.A. to play the Devils. What do you see happening here?
I see actually a blowout win for this Devils team.
Wow, okay. Would you like to build on it?
I think that the reason I see this as a blowout win is both teams are gonna have their full roster, but I definitely do have to say that the LA team will come out more ready to play and will be will play a lot better, a lot faster, and a lot more to their abilities, and know that they can get it done and will hand the Bulls their second ever loss.
Yeah, I'm going to actually agree with you here as well. I do think the Devils can get their a win against the Bulls here because they've already played them twice now. They're going to know how to play them a little bit better now. They're going to know the team more. Obviously, Avanzado knows the team. So I do think the Devils can pick up a win there and get a great team win over the Bulls there. So I think they'll hand them their second loss. I think it'll be their third on your list. So now, going into Week 8. They host the Tampa Bay Seawolves, I believe. Yes. Host the Tampa Bay Seawolves in Week 8. What do you see here?
I see a big Bulls win in Week 8. They're going to bounce back, and they're going to blow up the Seawolves.
Yeah, I'm going to actually agree with you here. I do think they'll take their third win against them, I believe. No, excuse me. They played the Seawolves 3 times this season. I think they'll win that series 2-1. I think you had the same predictions. Maybe you had 3-0 Bulls.
I had 3-0 for that series. Right now I have the Seattle Bulls team at 6-2.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I have them at 6-2 as well, actually. So, yeah. We have basically the same record-wise, just a few different losses here. But I do think they'll win that game against the Seawolves as well. So now they go down, we brought up this team before, go down to New England in Week 9. Can the Titans pull off an upset or will the Bulls keep rolling?
The Bulls will keep rolling and will take this win.
All right. Anything to build on or we've kind of brought up the topics?
Like I said, it's a dry topic. Let's move on.
All right. Yeah, I'm actually going to give the Titans their win there. I brought it up in their schedule before, so I'm just adding it up, of course. So wow. I gave the Titans a win in Week 9, and I'm gonna give them here. I'm gonna give it to them here. I think they're gonna go down to New England, and I think the Bulls maybe they'll be missing a starter. Maybe they'll be missing Tyler Grenese. Maybe they'll be missing Grenius, something like that. Maybe they'll be missing a starter, and maybe they'll have much less to play for than the Titans, who are trying to bump up a seed or two. So I'm gonna give the Titans a win there.
That's a big statement, and I have so much respect for that statement, and definitely have to give you a lot of credit there. I don't see it happening because New England, hear me out here, you New England fans, it's going to come and it's going to happen. Just trust the process.
All right, I like what you're saying there. I do agree. I could see it going either way. But now we're going to move on to their final week of the season, Week 10, and they're going to host the LA Devils to finish off the season. So Devils could be fighting for a seed. Maybe the Bulls have one locked in already. We don't know. What do you see happening here in Week 10 where the Bulls host the Devils?
I see a big win here, and reason being, I think that the Devils will have a seed locked in already, and they will not play starters, just not to risk it. And I think that the Bulls will also have a seed locked in and will not play starters, but I think that the Bulls' bench players will play better than the Devils' bench players.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you here. I think they both could potentially have spots locked up. Maybe one of them still needs another win or two to get locked up in one spot ahead or something like that. But I'll give the Bulls a win there. I do think they'll be able to pull that one out at home. So I have the Bulls finishing 7-3. What did you have? I believe you had 7-3 as well, right?
I actually had them at 8-2.
Okay. So you had them sweeping the Seawolves and the Titans, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I thought. All right. So I like both. What happened?
I was reviewing my weeks here, and I reviewed the Titans' weeks, and I actually handed the Titans another loss in Week 2, and we'll get into that when we get to that topic of the team that they play in Week 2.
Okay, yeah. So I had them at 7-3. You had them in 8-2. So both, once again, just like the Titans' record, realistic predictions, both very similar. So now we're going to move